Okay, so I did an entire like 15-minute reading and looked up, and the phone was off. That's never happened to me before. So happy eclipse. I was just yap chitter chattering away, and I was like, oh, the phone's off. So I'm gonna use the insight that I learned, which was interesting. But a couple things happened in it that I found weird. So let's go. Frog with the pearl. Clear out the clutter. Starfish. Open to infinite possibilities. Snake. So, interestingly enough, in the first one, we had 3, 3, 3, and this one, we have 5, 5, 5. So we have 2, 8, 5, 5, 5, 9, with the wasp on the bottom of the deck, which is crazy because I said, oh, we have the wasp, and it was the bee. Okay, Spirit, this is kind of weird. So, instead of forgetting today, because I did forget the first time, we're going to go through these. So what came through was basically that he wants to move towards being the person that he's proud of, but mostly that you're proud of, and that he can't figure out how to do that. And one of the things I mentioned is that I am finally, after many DMs, going to do Boxer coaching next week on getting really clear about what you want and how you want to manifest it. And if you want to do that, find me on Instagram. It's below, but I'm WomenManifestwealth, and DM me and ask if there's still spots available for that. And it's going to be $28, and I'm hoping to get feedback on basically I'm creating a community for manifestations and accelerated ascension, and look at that, High Priestess, expanded consciousness. That's crazy. Double divine feminine cards. And I want to like get feedback on kind of the protocol, and then also hopefully get some testimonials. And then there'll be like a special sneak peek type thing. If you want to join the community, you'll get to see it. And then he has high heart opening. I feel very strongly that he has expansive growth. So twin flame facilitator. So you may have someone entering the chat. High priest. Personal empowerment. Well. Page of Swords, High Priestess. It may indeed be, look at, Wheel of Fortune did come out in that reading too. It's like Four of Wands. He's had this realization about you and him, and how it's like, it's Two of Cups, I'm gonna freak out. The Sun, look at Truth, the Tower. This is exactly what I was just saying. The Queen of Cups, the Sun, and the Tower. It's like how he pushed your love away, and how he wants to be just so much of a better person because of this reflection that he sees in you, that he just doesn't know how to like go towards that. I think it's just this process of like, he's been wearing a mask for so long, he doesn't really know who he is. That's crazy, because that was the card on the bottom of the deck when I picked this deck up, and I said, oh, there's so much Fool energy here. Because he had a card that was like about taking a leap. Four of Swords, Eight of Wands, that came up too. Six of Pentacles, Heart of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Five of Wands, Justice. And the main kind of thing in it was, yeah, he had 2 knights, and there was a bunch of movement. There was like 3 horses. This card came up too. 2, 7 of Swords, and Earth Mother. Okay. So there's a big desire to move into a better direction, right? We have 8 of Wands reversed with the 6 of Wands. It's not talking about it, but it's doing it. It's like he wants to take action. Okay. And sacral. So the solar plexus came up last time, but a lot. Oh, look at that, the sun. I'm gonna turn this way. This is Empress energy. It's that pink card, the mature card. I got 3 last time too. I don't know, he's like watching, and then you have the root chakra on the bottom. This is sort of crazy because this is my 3 of Cups card, and it was like the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Cups came up together. And he just didn't know, like, are you going to judge him really harshly? Is there going to be some kind of, like, severe... This is this card right here. This is the same card to me. 2 cards of, like, slowing down. Interesting. And then the Hermit card on the bottom of the deck. So I did talk about also that you may be, and this says invite in it, thank you for reminding me, that there may be an invite to, and I said that I have said this for a little while, and I think other readers are saying it too, is that it feels like there's going to be some kind of party event or wedding or something like that where you're invited and you don't necessarily want to go. I don't think you should worry about it too much. But because I do think, you know, what will find you is for, you know, will find you. This is not for you. Look and honey, and then we have chaos and conflict in reverse and all that glitters with the mask on it in the bottom. I don't know. It feels like their time is running out. There's this element of time, and you know, with like fresh food, you only have, there's 2 cards with food on it here, and it's like, you only have so long to eat it, but not with honey, right? With honey, it's never goes bad. And there's this kind of feeling of like, it's a very triggering feeling, to be honest. I'm so scared of change. So we have, you mean the world to me. Everything I do for our future. And you see how that's like pushed off of the now. I don't want to keep hurting you. You're so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. Now is not the right time. What if you don't accept me for who I really am? Mask, of course. So he's kind of going inward, turning inward, looking at himself. This is probably a pretty new experience. For him to take any kind of like that personal responsibility. And it feels like a lot of what he's seeing in his own energy field is very muddy. It's very like, has a lot of debris in it. I'm seeing a lot of like things left unsaid, undone. I knew that card was going to come out. And there's been a lot of excuses. Like, instead of having faith in spirit and faith in himself, it's just like, nothing's going to come of this. It's not like anything can really happen. It's not like anything good is going to come of this situation. And there's been a real resistance here to healing anything and ending. Like, you have to give closure to end a cycle, right? You have to get closure to end a cycle. You have, at least for yourself. But I feel like there's so many things in his life that have loose ends and they have debris, and it's been through avoidance that it's crazy, kind of the way that they're bringing it up, because it's like, a child doesn't understand consequences of their actions, right? And in many ways, he still acts like a child in terms of running around and doing whatever he wants and then not understanding or accepting the consequences. And it's kind of like this time here that won't work anymore. And it's not even because of you. It's like going into the future. So a lot of people think like manifestation is kind of like magical thinking. And in a way, it is. But it isn't in the way that you learn to like hold your vision, right? It says hold your vision here. And you become like hyper responsive to everything in reality in terms of being responsible for your own emotions. I hope I put that clearly. Like, you don't let reality dictate your emotions. You decide how you want to feel, and then hold your vision, and then you see what's actually going on, and you use it only like for feedback and understanding. Okay, so he's having to learn a lot of this very quickly. And that's because the only reason that can happen is because you are learning it very quickly, right? Get grounded and Pleiades. So I keep saying get grounded this right now. It's important because you're holding really high energy. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Yes, you guys, you're ascending. If you're listening to this, you're ascending. Like in the process and continuing to do so. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Where are you being called to journey to? Longing for home, belonging, and the original light workers. Trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. He sees you in this beautiful, beautiful light. It's just so ethereal, so pink aura, so amazing. And it's like every time he catches a glimpse of it, it's more beautiful. I'm getting, it's so weird. I can get like chills in my chakras. It's in my heart though. It's like, it's a very, very strong knowingness of past lives and future lives. And that's what I was going to say. So I don't want to trigger anyone because I remember at the beginning of my journey, it could be a very triggering statement where when he feels like kind of not up to the challenge. He's like, well, if not this lifetime, then the next. But I feel like that comes and goes. Like, I don't feel like that stays very long, because he can't help but look in the mirror. It's like, I don't know how to explain that. I have said something a little similar before, I remember, because the feeling is similar, but it's like, if the world is telling you and showing you that you're a failure, it's kind of like, I don't remember Harry Potter well enough to tell you if it's exactly like that. I guess it's like his parents died, but he could go to the special mirror and he could see them as if they were with him and alive. And he could fall into this fantasy imagination of how great it felt to be like loved and accepted in this little family, right? It's kind of what the viewer is feeling, I think. And you're like this magic mirror that it's like the world is showing him all of these things that he doesn't necessarily like and aren't necessarily great. As I mentioned before, the consequences of his actions he hasn't been super responsible in the areas that he's like thinking about. Like, maybe he has been a good provider, but emotionally he's avoided, and fit it to your scenario. And when you're in the 3D, you can get away with stuff like that, but as you're ascending, you can't. You can't be like, I don't want to deal with that part of myself. Like, I'm dealing with some of these parts of me, and it's like, I understand what this is saying. It's like, I don't want to deal with that part of myself, but you don't have a choice through Ascension. Through Ascension, you have to deal with that mirror. If it is your goal to ascend, if you want to be on the Ascension pathway, you have to look in the mirror and see your shadow. And it's not that fun. And part of what's coming up here is like, so all this mist and this doorway, clouds and confusion, and we see the banner, like the celebration I've been talking about, right? Been talking about the celebration that you may go to. And I think some of the things are going to come to crossroads at that celebration, and that he may not want to deal with looking in this mirror, but in a way, because there's such a beautiful aura around you and you're in the mirror, that, you see, there's the banner again. He can't help but look in it. It's kind of addicting in a way, even if he's pretending that he doesn't see you at all. I feel like I'm going to get these black cards, and I feel like sometimes when I feel an energy of a card, it doesn't come out. It's very strange, but I just feel like there is a part of him that really that wishes to return to a place where there was a beautiful closeness between you. And in many ways, I think that the closeness that he felt was not through words. It was more of this, like, soul family. It was more of this, like, wow, you're so different. And so the word that's coming up is warm. You're so much warmer in a way than other people around me. Karmic. This celebration, that's the card. That's the card. He's gonna do it, though. He's going to do it. That's crazy. crazy set of cards right here. This party or whatever may have to do with a karmic person. For some of you, this may have to do with him overcoming an addiction or sobriety. There could also be like a group that he's a part of. Your two paths might cross there, but it also might be like someone you know might cross paths there. Obviously, it's a scenario that's different for everyone. So I'm just seeing here that there's this triangle of things. For those of you with a known like karmic person he has, I feel like she is aware of you and watching you somehow. He also could be watching you and not being very still. Like in the energy field, there's a lot of motion that wants to be put in play. And I see here, there's a lot of fire that's about to like come into being. I see fire here. I see action. There wants to be a leap. He's kind of got to get to this place where he's welcoming love. And what does that mean? So these two cards in particular are above this Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords. So he's not speaking any of this, but it says frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. Well, that's on the outside. And on the inside it says welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. And then we have our favorite, so I just stopped shuffling and fire sign was on the bottom of the deck. Our favorite coffee cup is on the bottom of the deck. Look at Spy in reverse. And I kind of knew that this one was going to, yeah, so here's what I feel like. Look at open your heart in reverse. That's crazy. He doesn't feel mentally prepared. I'm getting that this is a mental health issue here where he doesn't feel strong enough. But he is kind of manifesting, praying to the universe, asking, can this please work out? There's something he wants forgiveness for. I feel like this is karmic energy here. I don't know. I think it's only for a few of you, but the karmic may end up getting pregnant by someone else. I feel like what they see is that the karmic's a gold digger and doesn't really actually have any feelings. And it's kind of been keeping him trapped in this love spell of sorts. I feel like he's seeing through whatever's going on. Now, if it's not a person or a marriage, it could be a job or a family. It could also be, see, a new beginning again. Someone's got their eye on you. You are doing your research. And I think that they figured out that the karmic is emotionally unavailable, like they were to you. And that's why they chase them, and that's why there's this, like, unresolved... was it in this one or the last one? There was this big thing about, yeah, it was in this one. Debris, right? Yeah. And I think this is the debris that they're kind of seeing, is that they leave all of this messy emotions, unresolved stuff that needs to be resolved. So if you have things that you feel are unresolved in your own energy field, get clarity around them. It's really important. That taking on more responsibility, oh God, I don't even like saying it because I don't want to do it. But like, taking on more responsibility is the way to more self-love. And I know it seems so strange because we've been so indoctrinated with this, like, oh, spiritual people are just like hippie, carefree, la la la. I don't find that to be the case at all. In fact, I find it to be exactly the opposite. But it is through that very strict discipline and that very strict responsibility that you find peace to be who you actually are, right? Virgo, I analyze. Lunar eclipse change. Water element. Oh, we're in a solar eclipse. Leo, Saturn. That Saturn energy is definitely what I'm talking about. 11th house, ground cross, Jupiter. Ooh, Jupiter and water element. If we get the ground trine. 2nd house, so money. 7th house, Neptune, Moon, and Cancer with the grand trine. Something hidden may come to light. Someone may come back and reveal something very important to you. Yep. Something, wow. You may get a blessing that you weren't expecting. Very interesting energies. And I really feel it comes through as you step up and you do that shadow work. Like, this isn't necessarily taking more responsibility. I already got these. Okay. This isn't taking more responsibility necessarily with other people. Though, if you feel like it, you can, you know. If you feel like it, do it. If you want to, and that karmic debris needs to be cleared up in a relationship, then do that. I still have your shirt and I wear it. 2 joining together, gold. I tried to move on and I failed. We're so different. I miss your touch. Imagine sleeping next to you. Feel stupid for running. Moon energy again. I've changed. You used to like me. You're so amazing. I'm so lucky. I miss your smell. The Magician. Burn the candle at both ends. Green flag. I'm curious what you're doing. You changed me. Seeing signs. Fairies. And I'm planning to surprise you. Did I? Bottom of the deck. Incoming contact. The hologram. Mars energy. I couldn't say it, but I felt a lot of the same things you did. Have you forgotten me? Did I wait too long? Did he wait too long? Because he's feeling that because of something in your energy field. So what I want to ask you is, if you feel that you're judging things very harshly on him, to turn that to yourself and to ask, where are you judging yourself so harshly? And where are you willing to give yourself grace and understanding for being a human being? And where are you willing to give up judgment and just accept that, you know, you're a person on a path, on a journey, just like everybody else. And it certainly is not just to be perfect all the time and never make mistakes. So I feel like the more you can accept yourself, the more that you can accept you haven't done everything perfect. You have made mistakes. Sometimes you've taken too long, and sometimes you've rushed too fast. And all of that is just a normal part of being a human being. You're going to find great blessings as you be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. Yeah, I think that there's something hidden and you're going to receive that. And it's like clearing away your debris around judgment will help. Nature. Ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with downloads. Or connect with the elementals. Balance. Take time to relax. Indulge a little more or less. Set boundaries with your work. Gentleness. Be kind to yourself and others. Exactly what I was just saying. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. And then possibility. When we've been hurt, it's very scary to, it says, raise your standards, elevate your expectations, you have unlimited potential. It's very scary to sometimes consider possibilities when we failed or when we have been disappointed a lot. And we have to revise those. We have to learn to feel what I call this phantom paradigm, which is a spiritual truth, but a physical lie for the moment. A spiritual truth meaning we're an infinite being in a body, and we have the ability to create any paradigm, right? Set of thoughts, feelings, and actions and beliefs that we want to be in this world. But if we haven't been them yet, it gets really hard sometimes to believe that we can be them, and it gets hard to know how to do that. So if you can embrace the possibility that there's something, they got this yesterday, independent, receptivity, inner goddess, golden opportunity. And then you got this, boundaries. So your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Awaken the goddess within you. Advance self-care and appreciating your divinity. We have ancestors, petrified wood, fire agate, creativity, and labradorite, take action, with ruby shine and spirit quartz music, and grounding, again, on the bottom for the hematite. So they're really, really trying to get their point across. Take your root and ground it down into the earth. So you're channeling all that really high, look at it, earth and water energy. There's a lunar eclipse. Okay, blue dragon from the Pleiades, and then the water dragon with the silver dragon, which has the Chiron key on the bottom of the deck. Creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming and new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Prepares you to accept source healing, accept a heart activation, give and receive heart healing. Helps you flow easily around obstacles. Christ light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities. Go with the flow. All right, a few messages from your twin. It's so beautiful. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. It's a very moony energy, and there's a lot of moon energy in here and yesterday. You instinctively know what is right for you and have the power to say no or walk away at any time. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Look inside yourself, as I said. Examine what is causing you to feel that way. And the more that you can examine the root of your feelings and what is causing you to feel that way, and to get rid of anything that isn't serving you anymore, that you don't want to replicate, that you don't want to repeat, the better you will be. So thank you so much. I have a happy eclipse, and I shall talk to you later. Bye for now.